Hey guys, welcome back to another very interesting video of versatile knowledge. So in this video we'll be talking with you about a very interesting topic, that is voice recognition systems. How does this voice recognition on our devices actually happen? Whenever we say okay Google and ask something to our smartphones or our tablets or our computers, by asking some questions to the computers, it answers our questions, it analyzes exactly what we need and gives the answers in that particular context. So how does exactly all these things work will be discussed in this video. I have divided this video between the most important things that you guys need to know about the voice recognition system as well. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So guys, first thing that we have to know with the voice recognition system is the voice. How does this actually, the voice thing works? Let's consider I am standing here and next to me there is another person. So we both are talking with each other. I talk with him, and that means the vocal cords that is present in my throat is creating that voice, or the tone that is present in my speech is being created by my vocal cords, right? Those vocal cords create that voice and it comes out through my mouth. That voice will be reaching the next person or the other person's ears. So this voice will be in the form of signals that travels through the air. So air is the communication medium for whatever I am speaking now. The air acts as a communication medium, and that voice will be going and touching the other person's ear. When that other person's ear listens to that voice, those signals or the voice that will be heard by the other person's ear will be sent to his brain. Those electrical signals in the brain will be analyzed, and the brain interprets whatever I'm speaking. Like I'll ask him, hey, what is the weather in your state? I'll ask him like that. The brain interprets the exact thing and analyzes the question, and it gives him the answer. He will tell that answer to me by his mouth again. So this is how the whole voice process happens. The vocal cords, then the brain analyzes, then the interpretation happens, and then whatever needs to be said will be done. This is how the whole voice thing happens in the human beings. So why did I introduce this voice thing before introducing the voice recognition system in devices? Because the whole concept of voice that happens in human beings, or how we communicate with each other, the same exact fundamental will be used in any devices for the voice recognition system between the humans and the gadgets. What is actually this voice recognition, guys? Voice recognition means, let's consider I have a smartphone. I ask something to that smartphone. When mobile phones were introduced, only the textual based writings were present. Like if you have to type some text and send to some person through SMS, you have to type all those lengthy messages, then you had to send the message just by typing it on the keyboard. But this process was very tedious, right? A lot of people started complaining that the fingers will be paining after a long typing session. So the people's fingers would have been paining, right? So what they did is they came up with a solution to this problem. That is, what if a person can say whatever he wants to say, or to his smartphone or to his gadget, and the mobile phone can understand the text and convert it into text automatically. So this was the speech recognition system that was introduced to the mobile phones a few years ago. So whatever we say, let's consider I am using the smartphone and I say, hi, I am Abhay and I am from Bangalore. I am studying this and this. So whatever I say, there will be a system, or there will be an algorithm called the speech recognition or the pattern matching algorithm. So this pattern matching algorithm, what does this do is, whatever we say, it will first listen to it. The microphone of the gadget whichever you are using, the mobile phone you are using, the tablets you are using, the computers you are using, every device will have the microphone. Okay, those microphones, what will do is it will pick the signals, or it will pick the voice that you are saying to that mobile phone. So whenever you say hello, I am Abhay, I am from Bangalore, individual words it will take, and individual words it will match with the patterns that is present in the dictionary that is saved inside every mobile phone or every computers. Every computers will have a dictionary that will be stored into it. Okay, so this is a local dictionary, let's consider for time being, and it will match with the words that you are saying with the dictionary words that is present. So if you say, hey, I am Abhay, I am from Bangalore, it will take every word and it will match with the pattern that is present in the dictionary. So this algorithm matches the indexes. It will go to the H index, it will search for hey, it will then take that hey word and place it. Then next you will say I, next I am, then next Abhay, then I am. It will type all those letters, and Basically what happens is, how you type on your keyboards, right, the similar process the pattern matching algorithm will do, and through that speech recognition softwares that will be embedded inside the operating system of our respective devices, what it will do is it will match those patterns and it will type it, or it will save it into its memory. So this is how the voice recognition actually, or the speech recognition actually works. It's based on the pattern matching. Okay, so all these things happen on a local device. All these things were happening in the time of SMSs, or in the 90s, or in the early 2000s. Later the advent of internet happened, and what happened is the amount of data that people want to process, or the amount of questions that people want to ask to its devices started increasing. As and when the usage of gadgets has started increasing, people's questions also started increasing, right? So now previously people used to just type messages, send messages. Then slowly people want to access the internet. Then people want to access large amount of data on the internet. Now people have started accessing big data, and a lot of other concepts have gotten introduced, and this requirement of information that people want has also got increased. So all the information that people want from the devices through their speech recognition system cannot be stored on the mobile phone, right? Let's consider you have to ask a question like, what is the weather in Bangalore? These are the instantial questions, or all this current information, or the instant information, or the current happenings cannot be stored on your mobile phone. That's why what happened is there came the concept of the data centers and integration of data centers with the voice recognition systems, and then came the concept of the virtual assistants. Today, whatever we are seeing, the examples of virtual assistant like OK Google, Hey Siri, the Cortana, the Alexa, Bixby. So all these are different virtual assistant made by several different manufacturers. Apple introduced the Siri voice recognition system, or the virtual assistant. Then Google introduced the OK Google, and Microsoft has its own Cortana. Amazon has its own Alexa, and Samsung has their own Bixby. So all these are different virtual assistants, which makes people's search of the internet or people's lives easier by providing voice-based solutions. Right? So this is how the virtual assistants have been made to provide some solutions to the people. So for the virtual assistant based voice recognition to work, just like a Hey Siri or OK Google, it has to be always connected to the internet. Since your computers or mobile phones are always connected to the internet, it has the access to large information centers or the data centers. And those data centers are the size of one whole cities. It contains every bit of information that you ever want or need, and information even you can't think of. So such a vast amount of data is present on the internet. So all those information which we see in the form of photo or in the form of an article will now be given to you in the form of voice. Whenever you ask a question, okay Google, who is the president of United States? If I ask, previously if you ask this question, what the computer used to do is it used to search in your local dictionary. Now since your computer has connected to the internet, or your mobile phone has got connected to the internet, it will go and search the Google data center, and it will search who is the president of United States, and in that particular day or particular time, whoever is the president of United States, it will give that information. It will say you the president of United States is Donald Trump. Since data centers have a lot of information, the companies started providing contextual information or contextual answers using the voice recognition system. The computers that is used in the data centers contains every bit of information that you actually need or that you actually ask it for, and the mobile phones and the speech recognition and the voice assistant softwares that is used in the mobile phones use something called contextual algorithm. So what is this contextual algorithm that is integrated with voice recognition is, if you ask something like who is Donald Trump to OK Google, it will take a context or it will take a keyword in that particular sentence that you said. So who is the president of United States? In that the context will be president and United States will be the two important keywords. Who is and everything is the words that is required for sentence formation, right? So those things cannot become the keywords. President and United States will become the keyword. So whenever the computer or whenever the mobile phone will hear the words president and United States, it will catch those two keywords and it will give you an answer, Donald Trump. Now in the second step of the algorithm, what happens is Donald Trump is the keyword. So next time when you ask the next question, so whatever you ask the next question, what is his age, the context is Donald Trump, and the computer knows and it understands that the context you are asking is what is his age means that his thing will be Donald Trump. So that his in what is his age has been replaced with Donald Trump. So the computer interprets in this way. So what is Donald Trump's age is what computer understands. Then once it understands, it gives the answer as 70. Now 70 and Donald Trump will be the keyword because his age is 70 years, in that there is no unique thing that has to be maintained except 70. Next, when you ask him what is his net worth, it will again take the keyword Donald Trump and it will add what is Donald Trump's net worth. Then it will say some 10 million US dollars or something. So based on context, the voice recognition systems have improved over the period of time. So this is how the contextual information has been added to the voice recognition system in our devices. So nowadays, with the improvement in technology and with the improvement in softwares and everything, this contextual based information has gone to the next level, and that is called as personalization of voice assistants. For example, if you're using your personal smartphone, only your voice can be recognized on that person on your smartphone, and if you're using some other smartphone and say okay Google and that smartphone, that will not recognize, because only your voice data should match with the voice data that has been stored in your mobile phone. If someone else will come and tell okay Google, that doesn't match, because your smartphone has been personalized as per your needs, and that has been made because of the privacy concerns. In the personalization, let's consider there are a lot of contacts that has been stored on your phone. There is a lot of browsing history that has been stored on your phone, and there is a lot of gallery images, there is a lot of text messages, WhatsApp messages, and a lot of other things that is personal to your account has been stored on your phone. And your smartphone's Google account has access to every information that is present on your phone, right? So using those information, it will give you the necessary answers that you ask on your smartphone. I am calling okay Google, call Michael. A person called Michael has been stored in your dictionary, has been stored on your contacts. That person Michael will be called up by the OK Google automatically. How? It's because of the personalization. It has recognized that your voice has been recognized on your phone, and then it will go and check your contacts, and it will find and the pattern of Michael with the voice that you said Michael has been matched, and it will instantly give you an answer that calling Michael. If you have several different Michaels stored, like Michael 1, Michael 2, Michael Geo, Michael Airtel, Michael Vodafone, a lot of Michaels will be stored on your smartphone, right? It will match all the present Michaels. If 5 Michaels are present, then it will match like Michael 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will list all the Michaels and it will ask you a question, which Michael should I call? Then again you have to tell an answer to the Google Assistant, that is Michael 1. Then automatically it will recognize that pattern and it will call Michael 1. So this is how the personalization actually works. If you guys know, in 2018 Google I/O, Google introduced a new thing called Google Duplex. Google Duplex is actually the BAP or the advanced level of the voice recognition system and the artificial intelligence. It includes your personalized data. It includes whatever you have searched on the internet, your recommendations, your browsing history, and it will search whatever things that you might be interested in, and it will even give you recommendations, and a lot of other things will be included in the Google Duplex. Hey Google, please book a table for 2 at the nearby restaurant. It will fetch your location and see the nearby restaurant to your location. Then it will check the restaurants. It will ask you for the name. Then if you say the restaurant name, then it will automatically dial the call, and it can even talk on your behalf and book an appointment for you, just like how you can do on a normal call. So this is how the advancement of voice recognition and artificial intelligence have been happening in the last few years. And there is another very important thing that we have to know about the voice recognition system and the whole software that is responsible for voice recognition. And the whole voice recognition softwares work on a very important principle, the recommendation system. Google will have every bit of information or keyword or word or phrase or sentence or anything that you have searched on the internet. Google have stored all that information inside its data centers. So whenever you create an account, if you create an account by name aaa@gmail.com, gmail.com. So that was the Gmail account that you have created. Google will allocate a large space of data made specifically for that particular account, aa@gmail.com. Whenever some search happens from that AAA@gmail.com account, it will store that piece of information in that particular disk. For instance, if you have searched about some camera on the internet, Google knows that you have searched for that camera and you might be interested in buying that camera. Instantly it will start recommending those cameras in the form of advertisements or in the form of sponsored posts or etc. So if you have searched for Canon cameras for the last 20 days, then Google or the computers know that you are interested in Canon cameras. And on the 21st day, if you go and ask Google, hey Google, where is the nearest camera shop, based on the searches that you have done previously for the last 20 days, Google has understood that you need Canon camera. You might be interested in Canon cameras, so it will start recommending the Canon camera shops near you. This is how the voice recognition system and the recommendation system have started integrating with each other and making your smartphone usage experience or the browsing experience better. Now we'll be discussing about what is the difference between the voice recognition that is happening on mobile phones and the voice recognition that happens on or any smart devices that will be present in their homes, like the Amazon Echo Dot or Echo Spot or something. In our smartphones, voice recognition systems is actually restricted to our personal smartphone. If you ask a question, only the answer will be given to you. If someone comes and asks the questions, answer will not be given to them. So this is personal. This is particularly made specifically for your actions or whatever the questions that you want to ask. But when it comes to Google Home or when it comes to Amazon Echo Spot or some devices like that, everyone that is present in your home or most of the people that is present in your home can ask questions to those devices, and that smart devices can answer the questions that they ask. So this is the main difference. So guys, now let's come to the climax of the whole discussion, that is, what is the pros and cons of this whole voice recognition virtual assistant systems, and what are the advantages and disadvantages. That is what we'll be discussing now. Voice recognition systems or speech recognition or virtual assistants, why was it actually made in the first place? It was made to make our gadget usage or our internet browsing experience easier. Since typing was difficult, speech recognition software was introduced. Since internet growth was huge and people wanted to ask a lot of questions to the internet, people's problems were more, then virtual assistants were introduced, and voice integrations and artificial intelligence and everything and recommendation systems and a lot of other things started integrating to the virtual assistant to make our lives easier. Instead of typing hundreds sentences and searching for the nearby restaurant, you can just tell, hey Google, tell me hotels nearby and book a table for 2 in that nearby restaurant. It will do automatically. Nowadays, the virtual assistant and voice recognition system present on our smartphone has got integrated with the Internet of Things or the IoT devices as well, where you can control all the home appliances such as the tube lights, the bulbs, your computers and your fans or AC or your televisions, or a lot of other electronic gadgets can be controlled just by your voice using the virtual assistant on your mobile phones. Just by holding your mobile phone and telling, hey Google, turn the hall lights to purple, and if your mobile phone's virtual assistant has been connected to the smart home appliances that is present in your home, automatically that work will also be done. So these are the different advantages that is present in the voice assistants. But when it comes to the disadvantages, what are the disadvantages of this virtual assistants? Is privacy the most important concern? Yes, it is of course the most important concern. All the smartphones that you have or all the gadgets that you have or any electronic device that you have something called microphones that is present inside it. Microphone that is present on the gadgets will be always connected to the operating system. Okay, so operating system of your device will be having the control of the microphone. So technically microphones are called passive listeners. That means all the information that you are talking in front of your mobile phone or whatever that that you are having a conversation with your parents, you are having a conversation with your a friend, or you are just holding your phone or keeping your phone on the table or keeping your any gadget on the table and having conversation nearby, all those information will be listened by those gadgets. So technically, if you're keeping a mobile phone in front of you and having a talk with your friend, all those chats or all those conversations will be listened by that gadget. Why is it listening? What does Google has to do with my chats that I am talking with my friend will be the question that you guys might be having. That is because Google says that all this information will be used to make your smart world or what we say, the digital connected world better. That is what Google says, but in practical usage this causes a lot of privacy concerns as well. So that is a very important disadvantage. Even though Google does not record and keep all that chats that you are having with your friend physically in front of your mobile phone, but it will be always listening. So these are known as passive listeners. Every microphone on every gadget in the world are passive listeners, and it will always be listening to your conversations that is happening. Why? Who knows, I'm talking with my friend, hey, hey, what's up man, how are you, and in the middle suddenly I tell, okay Google. It has to be listening continuously, right? So whenever I'm talking with him, I tell 10 sentences. In the middle, if I put okay Google, it has to immediately respond. That is what it has been built for. So that is why they'll be listening all the time. And Google and all the major smartphone companies or major electronic manufacturers have given their word to the customers that no, we'll not be recording all this information and keeping it on our data centers, but we do listen to it because we want to make the digital world experience better. So guys, this was it about the voice recognition system, virtual assistants, and everything that has been connected with this virtual assistant. We have mentioned about pros, cons. We have mentioned how this voice recognition works. What is this recommendation? What is this contextual information? What is this Google duplex thing, and a lot of other things we have discussed in this video. I know it has been a lengthy video. Please, if you guys have liked this video, please hit the like button and share this video with your friends. And if you want such kind of lengthy explanations where we'll be discussing in depth, so that you can use this video as a reference and make further case studies and further research for your future studies or something like that, please let us know in the comment section below. And if you have still not subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button, as we are your source for all the latest updates, tips, tricks, apps, softwares, tech news, technology explained series, and a lot of other things from the world of technology. So thank you for watching guys.